The reason that you're not seeing an increase in the amount of followers that you have on Instagram right now is simply because you're posting the wrong content, you're not posting at the right time, and you're missing one other secret ingredient that I'm gonna be sharing with you in this video. Seriously, that's it. If you're wondering why your account isn't growing compared to everybody else that you see in your niche on Instagram, it's simply that you're missing those handful of things. Or if you're losing followers right now on Instagram, again, it's simply because you're not doing that handful of things. Now, this is really easy. All you have to do is implement everything I'm gonna share with you in this video, and like magic, your Instagram's gonna start to grow. In fact, this creator right here just gained over 130,000 followers by following the exact steps that I'm about to share with you. And this creator in the music niche right here, over 200,000 followers, again, by implementing the exact things that I'm about to share with you. But I will warn you, this creator right here, I blocked out their name so that I don't get sued for saying this. They're not following the advice that I'm saying. And guess what? They've been losing followers. And this creator right here, worse than losing followers, hasn't been able to grow during, quite frankly, the easiest time ever to grow on Instagram right now. So please, make sure that you don't make the mistakes that those creators are making, and make sure that you implement everything I'm about to share with you. Step number one is making sure that you're actually posting the right content. You should not be posting anything right now. In fact, if you're posting anything besides the 2 pieces of content that I'm about to share with you, you are completely wasting your time. The only piece of content you should be creating are 1, swipe through photos, and 2, reels. If you are not creating reels and you are not creating swipe through photos, well then guess what? You're not going to grow on Instagram. If you go look at your explore page, those are the only posts that are actually getting pushed out. If you go and look at the Instagram feed, again, those are the only posts that are actually getting pushed out. Yes, some videos get pushed out, some IGTVs get pushed out, but if you're looking at the easiest way for you to grow on Instagram right now, it's gonna be posting reels and posting video swipe throughs, but it's not that simple. You need to do a few things differently with the reels and the photo swipe throughs that you're doing, which I'm about to share with you. So when we look at the photo example, we could see right here, this swipe through right here did really well. It was about Kanye West. And this swipe through right here did really well. It was about Kim Kardashian. What do these things have in common? They're taking advantage of things that are trending within a specific niche, and they're taking advantage of authorities within that niche. If you want to make successful posts on Instagram, that is going to be one of the easiest ways for you to be able to do it. You need to be trend jacking, you need to be news jacking if you're going to be uploading photos, because you need to understand something. If you want to get more likes on a post, if you want to get more followers on your page, you need to have people engaging with your stuff. Instagram is optimizing their algorithm right now to push out content organically of creators that are doing a really good job of getting engagement on their posts. Now you're probably wondering, Rob, what does engagement mean? Well, in photos, it's not likes. A lot of you guys think that it's likes, or you think that it's shares, or you think that it's comments. It's not that. It's people swiping through all the way through to the end on your photo swipe throughs. And when it comes to reels, it's not people liking, it's not people commenting, it's not people saving, it's not people clicking copy link. It's just people watching your video. So how do you get people to watch your video? How do you get people to swipe through? I'm about to tell you. When it comes to doing photo swipe throughs, you have to do one of two things. And the first you have to do what those first creators were doing, which was making something clickbaity so that somebody is going to click on that, because what's going to happen is Instagram is going to put that on the explore page, and then people are going to click on that, they're going to swipe through, they're going to watch the video that's on there, they're going to look at the photos that are attached to that, and ultimately that's going to keep people on the Instagram app. It keeps Instagram happy. They continue to push your stuff on the explore page. Or if you're going for a photo swipe through, like right here, Income Yard, they do an absolutely amazing job at doing how-to type content. They do stuff for how to make money in your 20s and make sure that you don't lose it in your 30s and 40s, like the post right here that I put up as an example. But you guys need to understand something. They're not just doing a random swipe through. They're doing something that is fear-based. They're doing something that is really going to touch on the demographic that they know is on Instagram. If they were to do something about teens, they would have done that on TikTok, not on Instagram, because they understand that the majority of people on Instagram are 20 to 30 years old. So that's the content that's going to speak to the most amount of people. It's why they didn't do it for 40 or 50-year-olds. If they were on Facebook, that's what they probably would have done. So please make sure that you're taking into consideration the actual demographic, the people that are going to be interacting with your content. Whether you're doing photos or whether you're doing reels, that is what's going to allow you to build the greatest hook when it comes to your content. And this brings us to step number 2, which is you need to have an amazing hook in your content. Now, before I share with you exactly how to craft a hook that's going to keep people glued to the screen, I need you to smash the subscribe button. If you want to grow quicker on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, I literally drop a video every single day about how to grow on these platforms. In addition to that, I created a free Instagram growth course. Registration is going to be closing soon because it's going to teach you how to go viral on Instagram and the best hashtags to use and so much more. You can get it, the link in the pinned comment below right now. I strongly suggest you get into it before registration closes. As I said before, just creating the right content, it's not going to be enough. You also need to make sure that you're adding a hook in your content. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to write a really good description. Creators that write long descriptions on average get a lot more views and get a lot more followers than creators that do not write long descriptions. Now, if you don't want to write a long description, you can write a short one, but it needs to invoke curiosity. It needs to get people to swipe through all the way through to the end on your swipe through, or watch a reel all the way through to the end. And it can't be something as simple as watch this till the end. That is getting nobody to watch until the end. You need to actually do a psychological trigger that is going to make that person need to watch that video to the end. And the easiest way to do that is by answering all these questions for your audience. 1, what does my audience actually desire? 2, what's the obstacle getting in my audience's way? 3, what are the objections that my audience has to the content that I'm producing? 4, what is the real benefit from the photo or the video that I'm about to be putting out right now? And then finally, what's holding my target audience back? If you answer all 5 of those questions, it's gonna make it way easier for you to be able to craft a hook that's actually going to get somebody to want to watch your piece of content. If we look at this piece of content right here, and this one right here, and this one right here, what do they all have in common? They were all created, especially the hook, by answering those questions that I just shared with you. So please, make sure you're answering those questions before you actually end up doing a post on Instagram. If you don't, it's going to be the reason that nobody actually engages with your content. And remember, engagement doesn't mean likes, it doesn't mean comments, it doesn't mean all those other things that all these other Instagram gurus are telling you about. They're telling you a bunch of BS. All Instagram really cares about is keeping people on the app, which again, for photo swipe throughs, getting them to swipe through all the way through to the end, and for your Reels posts, getting them to watch all the way through to the end. So I just shared with you exactly how to craft a hook and what kind of content you should be creating, but that's honestly not enough. If you were to just do that, you'd be totally wasting your time. You'd waste your time up to this point in this video. The reason being is because there's one other secret thing that you need to make sure that you're doing in your content, and I'm about to get into that. Essentially, this step is going to allow you to turn your viewers, people that are viewing your photo content, people that are viewing your video content, and turn those viewers into followers. And this is one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of creators make. A lot of you watching this video right now, you do get a decent amount of engagement on your posts. You do get more views on your Reels than you have followers. Might not be all of them, but on some of them you have, but that doesn't turn into followers. And the reason it's not turning into followers is because you have no call to action in your posts, and this is what is holding you back. Let me explain. If you want to increase the amount of followers that you're getting on Instagram, you need 2 things to happen. 1, you need to have a call to action like I just mentioned, and 2, there needs to be organic reach available. Like I said earlier in the video, 6 months ago, it wasn't possible to grow on Instagram. 2 years ago, it wasn't possible to grow on Instagram. Everybody that grew during that time period, you know exactly what they were doing. They were buying fake bots that were following their account. They were downloading programs that were going and liking other people's stuff, and then they get these really low quality followers, or they were just buying followers, but you don't have to do that right now. Your organic reach on Instagram is absolutely insane. So now is the time when you have organic reach. Again, this is why a lot of small creators, large creators, you guys are seeing more views on your Reels than you actually have followers. If you were to post on Instagram 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 to 7%, if you were really good at your followers, would have viewed your stuff or would have liked your stuff. And guess what? That's not the case right now. But again, you're not turning those eyeballs into followers because there's no clear call to action in your content. In order to add a call to action, it needs to be in 2 places. 1, at the end of your video, or 2, at the end of your description. You need to be giving people a solid reason to follow you. For example, if you're in the fitness niche and you did a post, how to lose 10 pounds in just a week, you would then want your call to action to be follow if you want to lose weight, or follow if you want to lose weight faster, or follow if you want to lose 10 pounds in a week. It needs to be very specific to what that actual post was about. This is where a lot of creators mess up, especially small-time creators and big creators that begin to lose their followers or their momentum just slows down. Because you need to understand something. If your posts are dying out on Instagram right now, it might not be because nobody's engaging with your post. It might not be because nobody's watching your reel all the way through to the end. It's because nobody's following you afterwards. The strongest signal that you could give to Instagram that they should continue to push out your content is that people are actually liking what they're seeing, which again, the strongest signal that they could do is following you after engaging with your post or following after watching your reel all the way through to the end. And in order to do this correctly, you need to understand what your audience actually wants. A crypto audience, they want to know about the latest and greatest thing. They want to make more money. A fashion creator, they want to know about the latest and greatest fashion. Sometimes they want to know about hacks. For fitness, they want to lose weight or they want to gain muscle. You need to know exactly what your audience desires. And this goes back to the 5 questions that we asked earlier so that you can actually understand what kind of content these people want to see. This is what's going to allow you to craft a better hook, because remember, people don't want to see more posts on Instagram. They don't want to follow you just for the sake of following you. They want to follow you for that selfish reason. And a lot of you creators are failing on Instagram right now because you're not being selfless. You need to be actually serving your audience. The reason that a lot of people fail to grow on Instagram is because they're so focused on projecting what they want everybody else to see about them instead of actually providing those people with value. If it's fitness, that means helping them lose weight, helping them gain muscle. If it's entertainment, it means giving them escapism, giving them something that actually makes them laugh, giving them something that actually sucks them in. It doesn't matter what niche you're in on Instagram. You need to be honing in on this for your niche, because if not, you're ultimately just not going to grow on Instagram. Because if you want to grow on Instagram, you need to get good at pleasing two people, and you cannot just be pleasing one of them. You need to be able to please your audience and be able to please the algorithm. If you fail to do just one of those things, it's going to be the reason that you lose followers on Instagram or aren't able to take advantage of this organic reach that isn't going to last forever. Now, you could be posting the right content. You could have the best CTA in the world, but if you're not posting at the right time on Instagram, you're simply not going to grow. Nobody's going to see your videos. You could be creating the best post in the world, which so many of you creators are creating good content, but you're not posting at the right time. So I created this video that I'm going to put up on the screen next. It's going to tell you the exact best time to post for your specific niche. So please check it out. It could be the reason that you're not growing right now on Instagram.